Welcome. It's a real joy to join you in one of the greatest blessings of being a part of Victory Church, and that's one of our life group meetings. Well, last year, Lisa and I celebrated 25 years as pastors of Victory Church. But more important than celebrating the past, it was all about laying the groundwork for and moving into the best year yet. We want to use our past to launch our future. At a time when it would be easy for Lisa and me to settle in and enjoy our successes, the demands of our mission to reach our world for Jesus just won't allow us to do that. When we see the needs of the world all around and realize the incredible resources God has given to you and to me through Victory Church, we just can't sit back. This is not a time to relax. So we celebrated 25 last year. This year, we're purposely defining the next 25 years for Victory Church, even if Lisa and I won't be around for all of that. That's our task right now, to lay the groundwork and look at the blessings God has given us to lay that groundwork with and to build on. The favor of God is on us right now. We're a blessed church. We have incredible services. God shows up every Sunday. We're aware of changed lives, but we're also keenly aware of this. God doesn't bless us just because He loves us and wants to bless us. Praise God that He does, but God blesses us to make us a blessing. So we're all at a crossroads. We're all at a point of decision. Are we going to sit back and enjoy what we have, or leverage it for the glory of God and the blessing of thousands of people in our region? See, God has called us to be significant, and in many ways we already are. But God is calling us to a new level of service, a new level of generosity. Greatness demands only one decision, that we dedicate our lives to serve. And I know this, Jesus said it to His disciples, and He means it for us as well. God has called each one of you to greatness. He's called Victory Church to be a great church. The call to greatness is probably something you've heard me speak about many times. And we could easily be satisfied simply with success, as many others would define it, and as we've already attained it. But we're not interested so much in success as we are in achieving significance. God has not just called you to success as the world defines it for you, but He's called you to significance. And we're going on to the true significance that reflects the greatness of serving God and serving others. It's about serving. And we're going on to the true significance that will flow from the dreams that God has placed in my heart and in your hearts. Virtually every dream you have falls into the three things God is showing me for our next steps as a church. The first area is our church family. The most significant institution on earth is the local church. It's the only institution Jesus said He would build, and the only one that He said will endure forever. The diversity of Victory Church makes a powerful statement that this house believes in the significance that we find in Christ, and that significance is for people of every race, social standing, and age. We want our worship experience and our worship facility to be a bridge that offers hope to everybody. We want to make our children's area into a top-notch environment for introducing our little ones to Jesus. We have a great building, but we need a fresh design that's going to be attractive to children. We have great volunteers, but they need the environment that will help our church be the church that children want to bring their parents back to. We've been in our facility now for almost 9 years, and it's time for some major refurbishments. We want to make our church as attractive now as when many of you walked in for the first time. We need to make an investment in media and technology that's going to allow our Sunday gatherings to reach a new generation, and really through technology to reach around the world with the unchanging message of Jesus. We want to create a guest reception area that will help us continue to be the most hospitable church on the East Coast. That's our goal. We're getting there. None of this is about being just good enough. Good enough's not good enough. We're all about creating a pathway for young families and a new generation to know God. We never want to allow our facility to become a barrier to people hearing the good news of Jesus. We have to invest to make our Sunday worship experience a place of refuge, a place of hope to the diverse world all around us. So our church family is the first area. The second area is reaching our neighbors. One of the reasons we're calling this initiative Be Significant is that we know the only path to true significance, or greatness as Jesus defines it, is through serving. Now, we have neighbors, co-workers, people in our lives with a wide range of needs. There are the people in our region who have obvious financial and social needs, and when we think of needy people, that's who comes to mind usually. And we want to ramp up our service to them in the next 2 years. We have to do more. And we're planning at least 3, probably 4 major outreaches a year. We've been the major church player in touching thousands of lives through Convoy of Hope, both in 2015 and in 2017. And this past Christmas season, we continued some of our traditional outreaches to the underprivileged of our community, and we launched a new Christmas outreach that included a wrap and pack party that resulted in about 400 presents going to over 100 individuals. It was awesome, especially for our first effort with very little notice beforehand. And can you imagine the hundreds of lives we can touch through more strategic efforts, not only at Christmas, but throughout the year, every year? So, another great part of our Wrap and Pack party, many of our Victory Church people invited their one to serve alongside them. You see, besides the people with the more obvious needs in our community, there are people who seem to have it together, but have other needs. Even the people who seem to have it all are searching for something that's missing in their lives. They have success, many of them, but they're searching for significance. When we at Victory Church serve in our many outreach ministries, we bless other people, and we ourselves are on the path to greatness. That's a good thing. But when we invite others to serve alongside us, you know what we're inviting them to? We're inviting them to true significance also. And many people are going to accept the invitation to serve alongside you long before they're ready to accept an invitation to come worship with us. It's serving our neighbors and inviting others to true significance. And we know that that strategy is going to be key for the next couple of years. So Be Significant is about our church. It's about our community, but it's also about the rest of the world too. One of the most significant works that God has called us to is to take the good news to the whole world. See, we don't want to choose between blessing the people of our church, reaching our community here locally, and reaching the whole world. God has called us to be mindful of our Jerusalem, our Judea and Samaria, and even to the ends of the earth. We want to be fully engaged in helping hurting people all around the world. And we see this happening by investing in world changer missionaries and ministries from the universities of Philadelphia to the universities of China. People who we're already partnering with to bring the love of Jesus to a lost and dying world. We'd love to expand that as well. We have to invest to reach our world for Jesus. Again, our Be Significant initiative is based on Jesus' call for us to be great through serving. We want to serve our church family, our neighbors, and the world. Whatever we put on the line is worth it for the changed lives and the glory and honor God Himself will receive from us and through us. One thing that blesses me about Victory Church, we go all out. 9 years ago, we as a church even went so far as to put our very existence on the line when we sold our property and moved into our current facility at a cost far beyond what we could afford at the time. We took a step of faith and God honored it. He always does. This time, we're not putting our existence on the line, but we should always maintain the spirit of sacrifice, willingness to take steps of faith, to take risks for the glory of God and the blessing of other people. Our existence is not on the line, but we are laying a foundation for the next 9 years, even the next 25 years. We know we can trust God for the outcome. We can also be assured that any risk, any sacrifice in response to God's leading is worth it. Be Significant is a 2-year initiative that will help us fund our entire mission. Our entire mission, operations, facility, missions, outreach, what we previously covered under the love offering and more. We don't always realize it, but all giving at Victory Church is giving to our mission. Truly, this has always been the case. Truly, there's only one fund. There are people at different levels of giving in Victory Church. We recognize that. Many in our church tithe faithfully, give to missions, give to the love offering, basically give to everything we do. Thank you for doing that. Victory wouldn't exist without this group of obedient givers. There are others at Victory who give occasionally or give to certain opportunities, but you've not fully tested the waters of consistent tithing or regular proportional giving. Then there are those who have never started on the giving journey. Frankly, maybe it scares you, or for some reason it seems impossible to give based on your family's financial situation. There's too much month left at the end of the money. The One Fund approach will help all of us grow in the grace of giving. As your pastor, I believe everyone at Victory can and should participate financially and be significant. For many of us, that means we'll continue giving what we typically do to the tithe, to missions, to the love offering, and all our other giving, this time to One Fund. In addition to that, we're asking everyone to make an additional commitment to be significant, much like we would do in a building initiative. Others will commit to become consistent tithers. This is going to be a giant step, and this giant step will do things in your life that just seem impossible. Victory is full of people who started tithing years ago, and God has done and continues to do supernatural things in their lives. There are parts of your heart that cannot grow until you give. Then there are those who see tithing as too large of a leap. In your mind, it seems like climbing a cliff without any support. God will never let you experience harm because you give. But your faith may not have you at a place where you're ready to make that leap. For this group, I believe you need to start somewhere. Perhaps it's 5% or some particular dollar amount. I encourage you to start wherever you are and then commit to gradually getting to the place where you're following the Lord's instruction to tithe. I believe we can have 100% participation with each of us committing to going further in our giving over these next 2 years. We'll be breaking this down with more detail over the next several weeks, but I ask you to begin to pray with me now for God to do a tremendous work in us and through our faithfulness to be significant. This is an exciting opportunity for a church like Victory Church. And as we bring greater alignment to every aspect of our mission, I'm expecting God to move in magnificent ways. I'm trusting God that Be Significant will be one of the most unifying things we've ever done as a church. And when a church stands together in unity, anything's possible for us as we put our faith in God. Thank you for being a part of all that God is doing.